Hello, this is Warpath 1985 speaking today's video/review as we're discussing the Transformers Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 Cosmos. Now, Cosmos is one of those figures that was released in 2022 that has now become incredibly rare. The reason why is that not only was he short packed, he was also part of a very limited exclusive line to Walmart, which if you ever even had or even been around the toy collecting community when it comes to Walmart exclusives, you probably have known that Walmart kind of sucks at exclusives. They either don't stock them, don't really sell them, and when they do, they usually jack up the price, and it's not very fun. Of course, some instances where I have gotten a Walmart exclusive figure, let's grab him here, like Duplicado. This guy. I've found him in store and successfully gotten him in all the coolness, basically. However, Cosmos, I never got. I did get other figures. I got Scourge. Technically Scourge because G1 Scourge is pronounced Scourge and RD Scourge is pronounced Scourge. It's confusing, but you can't get used to it after a while. But yeah, I got Scourge at a Ross when all the figures pretty much were sold off to Ross and are kind of just recently, if you look at the current market value of one of those figures, including Cosmos, they have gone down significantly and they pretty much are everywhere at this point. And other figures I've gotten are Burnout. What's his name? Shadow Strip, I believe his name is. I think that's his name. I can't really recall. He's a G2 version of Dragstrip, if you're curious. And another figure that I also got is what is the name? It's not Road Rage. It's Road Rocket. There you go, Road Rocket. So yeah, I got all those figures. I didn't get so I have not gotten yet Galaxy Shuttle, which is a figure I really want to get because we go with Star Sleeper and of course Zone Base and a couple other figures like Crasher and Override, but other two not really that interested. What's his name again? Blur, and of course that weird G1 color version of Hot Rod, which I don't really want, and also I don't think it was ever really released. I think it was probably canceled. Probably come out someday, and hopefully it kind of does for those who would want it. I don't particularly want it. I'll probably get the normal Studio Series version, but it technically kind of exists. But anyways, Cosmos is all enough very nice. Although since he was a low budget figure, similar to Override, he doesn't have much details and is kind of very interesting, to say the least. Of course, the first accessory I'm talking about is his small little blaster. Of course, it's your standard Autobot blaster, and it is very simplistic. However, it does have some details here and there, but of course they're very flat since the figure doesn't have that particularly much large budget compared to other figures. That I'll show you in the small comparison section of the video much later. But yeah, it's a small little blaster. It's very nice. A checkered flag, or a starter flag, or technically not a starter flag, a surrender flag, or a final lap flag that you can just plug on to the blaster, like so, onto the 5mm port on the side, which is very nice. You can have it like this, where it's the final lap flag, or like this if it's the checkered flag, which is quite nice. The figure itself has very nice painted details. Of course, since it's a capsule line, it kind of needs that to basically attract fans and general kids. So yeah, it looks very nice. The paint is also very nicely placed per se. Like it has various paint apps on the most weird spots ever. Like on the backs of the feet. That was because of vehicle mode shenanigans. And also somehow all around the head, which is impressive. If you been like around the Transformers community, because a lot of figures don't even have their heads fully painted, which is weird. But anyways, the articulation for this figure is very limited, yet also very unique per se, which is fine because he is Cosmos. The figure is Cosmos, so you're not gonna get that much out of him, and he really didn't do much in the cartoon, action-wise per se. But he did crash a lot. The integration for this figure is quite nice. You do have a nice ball joint for the neck. It is very rickety due to the platform it sits on, but it does allow you to look further downwards per se, and further upwards per se as well. My figure does have that weird QC issue. It's probably just the figure from Batch Rover, where Lazy Eyebrow kind of had this issue where just the arm was just very loose, which sucks. However, this arm is not pretty much very solid, nice. It's weird that I'm not the only one who has this. It's like always on this arm. I suppose it's just batch issue, which makes sense because there are a limited quantity of Cosmoses out there. But anyways, the arm can go that far, so it's like a 90 degrees. It can go forward and back, pretty much full 360. Same with the bicep. Has a nice over technically 90 degree bend. Has no wrist articulation, sadly, due to the transformation. The figure also has a waist swivel, which does get caught on the kibble. Well, technically, because you can like finagle it to go full 360, but it does get caught nonetheless. It does have a nice spread here, which is very good. A thigh cut, a nice 90 degree knee bend. I want to say approximately 10 to 5 degrees. I'm not really sure. Maybe of tilt, and no other articulation of the foot. Of course, the skirts can move about to allow more articulation, and that's all. Of course, you can have him hold the blaster like so. Just plug it into his hand. Trying to look through the camera here. It's quite hard. There you go. Or have him with it as the checkered flag, which is nice. Or you can just use his hands, almost his thrusters, as hand cannons, like he does in the various times in the cartoon, I believe, but mostly in one famous issue, per se, not issue, but more or less scene in a Transformers versus Mars Attacks crossover comic book. I'll probably just play an image of that scene here. It's quite nice. For comparisons, I'll have him paired with me, Warpath, from Kingdom. Yeah. Of course, Warpath is much taller because Warpath is technically the largest Minibot. Do mean technically, since that does also go to the puffer and pipes and road rustle? Not road rustle, but it's like road something. Weird GoBots one. But yeah, nice. And for one Speedia 500 figure, if I can just grab him. There he is. Shadow Strip. Another figure that was not really hard to get, but it is kind of becoming a little more difficult to find due to him being a combiner piece, and also that kind of includes what's his name again? I can't remember. G2 Dead End. There we go. G2 Dead End is also getting a little more pricey as time goes by, but you can still buy him nonetheless. As you're doing a small cut to his vehicle mode, and also the comparisons with the V1, etc. But yeah, let's do a small cup, probably right now. And here he is in his little UFO mode. It's quite simple, and yeah, they did like fix a couple of the weird problems of Cosmos that usually locked the third party, and also G1, original G1 figure kind of like had. They did fill the gaps here where the thrusters were to make a nice full circle, which is very, very visually appealing. And also the made this a faux part where this is actually not Cosmos's head. It's actually just a little circle to just put underneath his head. It's weird, but ultimately it does not prevent a strange circular gap to just kind of just be there. And because of that, he's also more cartoon accurate. That's mostly just because weirdness per se, because the original G1 figure, UFO mode was very squat and much more squished per se, while this one is a lot more tall and skinnier. Because of that, it's a lot more cartoon accurate, and it's, well, looks more like a trash can basically. You can of course have the blaster plug onto the side. I believe it's here, yes. Plug it onto there, like so. There aren't that many firmware ports for this figure, for weaponizing stuff like that, which sucks, but it is fine, I guess. And if you're curious about that weird problem with this figure, where sometimes the arms are just kind of like stressed out and just bow outwards, to prevent that, you just put your finger in there and just kind of slide downwards, like so. This is that easy. And if you're curious where that problem kind of like arose and where it came from I believe it was like that toy guy who mentioned it, but that problem just came up, which it doesn't bother me if it does happen, but it's a thing I just came up with whilst transforming this for the first time. And once again, if you're transferring this back to robot mode, don't want this where you have all the arms outwards. Let's do this right here. You grab onto the rear section as like this, and just wiggle it out like so. And there's some tips and tricks that I've learned whilst owning this figure and transforming it for this review and off screen. And for comparisons, here is his fellow Velocitron Speedia 500 buddy. Shadow strip, just lower my camera here. Focus. Very nice. I do like Shadow strip's paint apps. Looks very nice. Or he looks very nice, unless it's a she. I'm not really sure. And me, Warpath. Fellow 85 Minibot. Very nice. Now, of course, that's all for this review and this vid. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. And hopefully this video does come out Wednesday. Potentially, if it doesn't, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, so see you next time. Bye.